That's no good.
Because you had it on that.
I don't have any bolts the right length.
So is it just tapped in, drilled and tapped in farther than the other side?
Huh?
Is it just tapped in further that it worked on that side?
I just didn't know if they were tapped deep enough or not.
Oh, okay.
But this one was.
Now you can use studs on that. You could use studs on the backside too, right?
Oh yeah, but I need all the
Oh, I
studs
know.
I can have.
Yeah.
Find.
Yeah. No, well, bolts work 100%. The bolts won't work on the front because it would jam up underneath the carburetor settings. And there's the mount tapped in both sides of the intake.
Ah, where is it? There it is.
Right there. George taking the burr off the end of the stainless steel rod.
I'm just making it a little bit longer.
Yeah, this is ready for the next one. So it's nice and round at the end, no sharp edges. And here he's doing the same thing for the one that we just cut for the 25.5-inch AOK triple intake. And so if this was a car, you'd use 3 tabs, but because it's the truck and you've got the center
No, if it's a
pivot.
car, I still use this.
You still use 2 now?
Yeah.
Where you used to use
'Cause
3?
These are very expensive.
Yeah. Well, forget about the expense. 2 works fine. It's solid enough. I didn't know if you were using this pivot point as giving it stability. But even for a car now, 2 of them will work.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's this rod is pretty strong.
Yeah.
So it ain't gonna give her nothing.
So you just went back to 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 3 in my car for sure. But But as you say, there are lots of stability in that stainless steel. I mean, you're just using linkage for 3 carbs, but they're heavy duty. Burr wasn't just quite enough taken off? Or, oh no, you just got to loosen it off a little bit more. Yep, there you are. I mean, you just put them on there and tighten it up and then adjust it if you need to later.
That's tight. That don't need adjusted.
Its adjustment has been adjusted. And you know it takes just about one nut is what you need for space.
Yeah.
Well, whatever it is. What are those, 3/8 inch nuts? Or 7/6, 3/8?
And you have to use a coarse thread nut.
Yeah.
A fine thread nut won't fit. See, that's just a little bit of play there.
Yeah. When you say a fine thread won't fit, it's not threaded, so what do you mean it won't fit? Oh, the circles, the thread section is not wide enough?
Oh, this one does fit. Huh. Sometimes they won't fit.
Okay. It's just sliding on. Maybe the 3/8 is just slightly different outside diameter of the nut. Or it could be a metric nut. And then what's your trick for adjusting that? So you just know that when this is on the end and you put the nut in there, that it just
and it's just right. Yeah.
it just lines up square.
Yeah.
So you start on either outside. So you start on the one outside, and then you move to the middle one. And you're basically making sure that number, whatever that is, the number 3 carb and number 2 carb are in the same position when you. So is that wide open right now?
No, that's all the way.
Oh, it's always shut. Okay. So you make sure they're all the way shut, and then you adjust that linkage that's in the shut position. So now you know that the whatever it is, 1 and 2 or 3 and 2, whatever carbs we got are now in the exact same spot. So now you know that those two carbs are both opening and closing are the same. Now you're going to adjust a little bit more. So now you're adjusting a little bit north and south along the rod.
I didn't have it right when I adjusted it.
So you just need to move it a little further one way or the other on the rod so it didn't bind up.
Yeah.
But you're adjusting it when it was closed, and now then you turn it back so it reopens. And I can see it's perfectly straight now. And so you're locking them in. So now you got the middle and the end carb. As I say, 2 and 3 or 1 and 2. I don't know which is
good.
I don't know which is which is which. Of course, on the other side of the carb, as I'm doing this video, where is it? We have them marked. Where is it? You have them marked. Oh, they're right here. So right here, when you rebuilt them, that's the 1, the 2, and then the 3. So it's 1 and 2. So for 3, you're with 1 and 2 already in lockstep. You put the clip back on. Put the collar over the main rod. Put the clip back on. Now we're going back to wide open, or
This is
on idle, so closed, I guess you call it.
and you can adjust them here too, see?
At the top, yeah.
Yeah.
But you pretty much got by starting them, bringing them back to idle at 1 at a time. So locking 1 and 2 down, or the one end in the middle, and then bring it back when you do the third one. They're both equally. So yeah, this up at the top, if you wanted to do a
Now
little
see, this
fine
one,
adjustment.
this one controls them too,
Yeah,
because it's going to be hooked onto here.
right. But those carbs are in lockstep right now. So whether wide open, a quarter open, on idle,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. They're all exactly the same because you brought this back to idle, did the first carb, then the second carb on idle,
I'm going to move this back a little bit more.
It's just binding a little bit for you? Is that what you're thinking?
No, it's going to hit here.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you're just adjusting the north-south, not the on the carb. You're just bringing it along the common rail a little bit.
Ouch.
So it's bind. I call this north-south on the rail. If it binds, then you'll adjust that. But as far as the back and forth, where it is on the center of the rail, you've already adjusted that by bringing them back to idle. And then after the center screw is tightened, you're tightening up the actual nut.
Yeah, that kind of locks it.
Yeah.
Keeps it from unwinding.
From one winding or going north-south. Yeah, because that one we just had this. You were just doing it with a set screw, so now you're putting the nut on top. The lock nut, I guess it's called.
Yeah. On my Plymouth, the linkage used to get loose. So I had to figure something out. So this is what I did. here.
Oh, from the pivot point.
This one here is too long.
From the pivot point up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is going in on a truck. We can use that as a shelf.
A lot of stuff in there.
Yeah, bits and
These
pieces.
are expensive now too. And these this part here, right here, this is welded
The
on
collar,
here.
yeah.
Yeah, them collars are over $5 now.
Yeah.
They were like 2 something when I started. They're stainless steel.
Yeah, well, all this stuff's stainless steel. Look at the stainless steel pieces. It's on this. It's, here's the these are the center pieces.
Yeah, that's for a car.
Yeah. Those are shafts. Here's more parts that he's got. These are the flat stainless steel collars that he gets made. Now they're precision made. They're exactly the same.
This is genuine Chrysler here.
Okay. And this is going on a 55 Fargo, 55 Dodge truck, same thing, with a big block for Ryan Koebel.
That's good.
Yeah.
It could be just a 1/4 inch longer if I have it. That one's a little longer.
That's off of a bigger truck because it's a little tiny bit bigger shaft. These are all ones that George has restored and got ready, so they're sort of pre-made. All that just so we didn't have to take out the cotter pin. But I do agree that cotter pin's like a piece of art the way somebody's put it on.
Yeah, I did it once before.
Oh. That's A-OK. Not quite, but almost.
And I got to put the cotter pin in it.
Yeah.
This cotter pin can be twisted.
Twisted up. Yeah, the quality control. Just give me a little more cotter pin turn. But it actually is a little simpler setup than you had on the homemade version, your version where you've got a swivel. Actually, it's super ingenious actually. The way it's will swivel, but
it was too long
around the bowl, but it's too long.
I want to see if I can't find a little washer.
Yeah, to get those made.
It was like I got 3 of these bundles made. It was like close to, I think it was $400. Close
Yeah.
to $400.
Yeah, getting expensive.
I just spent.
Yeah, they made a little big. I can put those back.
I don't know if I have any of them in here or not.
Yeah, well, they go up in price. I remember when those things were $5 a shot. So what do you got now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So now they're $20 US a shot. Oh, this is your little carburetor factory Chrysler carburetor washer collection.
Now I need
A little cotter pin.
yeah. I know I had a bunch of them. I just put them somewhere.
Oh, they're special carb cotter pins.
They're just small.
Yeah, little small ones. Just look at this little wee copper washer. You wouldn't know it, but it's copper. Actually, from a distance, you can see it's copper. Anyways, put that. Here we're on with the last little steps, a little weed cotter pin.
I can't see that. That's not going nowhere.
Nope. Light back. You got.
Distributor.
Oh, okay. So
That goes to the distributor.
what? No, but what's this one? Oh no, that's just a plug. Sorry.
Yeah.
I haven't got enough light, so you can put that in any carb. You got it in the center carb, which makes lots of sense. These are the choke, so you can run chokes on every one of these carbs.
Yeah.
Which again you don't need, but
Now,
it's cool.
you want to put this in that box?
Yeah, we'll put it back in the box.